and welcome to my Conversations Coping with COVID. Today I'm talking to Councillor Helen Howell. Helen has been a town councillor for almost 10 years and during that time has been chairman of the Raunds Town Council Events Committee. Raunds, I'm sure you will know, has an outstanding track record of town events, including the Christmas market and light switch on, the Mayor's show and the Mayor's picnic. Perhaps, Helen, you'd like to start with an overview of the programmes up to the 23rd of March.
Yeah, good morning, Sylvia, and thank you for that introduction. So, nearly 10 years, as you say, I have been on this Raunds Town Council and thoroughly enjoyed all of it. It's an honour, actually, to be elected as a town councillor and to be in control of the events that we have here in the town. I became mayor about 5 or 6 years ago now, and one of the things I wanted to do was look at community cohesion and bringing everybody together. So when it came to the end of my term as mayor, I did 2 years, I thought that we really needed to form an events committee that could look and work at bringing the community together and putting on as many events for the people of Raunds as possible. So thankfully, the town council was behind me with all this, and we set up our events committee. And we have the pleasure of having many non-councillors on that committee. It's the only committee that we can actually have non-councillors as members of that committee. So it's great. We have an eclectic group of people from all walks of life who come along with ideas, and ideas actually is one of the things that we need to look at. We need to have people with great ideas on what we can do in the town. So having those members on board is invaluable. And so if anybody else wants to become a member of our events committee, I shall plug it now, please do get in touch with the town council because we're always looking for new members. It's hard work, but it is fun. So do come and join us. So yes, obviously this year COVID has had a massive impact on all of the events that we had planned for the town. So from December, after our Christmas light switch on, we had many meetings and we've got fantastic events planned for this year. Starting with, in the spring, we had sort of litter picks, and the Raunds Music Festival had to be put on hold. A lot of the events, we were planning the Mayor's show in June, and then Armed Forces Day, summer picnic, just to name a few. And it's been a great shame. We had some fantastic events lined up with great bands, live entertainment and everything. So it has been a really, really difficult year, and some really difficult decisions have had to have been made. Those decisions haven't been taken lightly. We have waited right up until the crux point, really, to make a decision to cancel an event in anticipation and should I say hope that the events might be able to go ahead. But unfortunately, as you know, we've had to make those tough decisions and cancel those events. So the next one we're looking at now is Christmas. And I was talking with our clerk this morning, and that's a big decision that's coming up. But we're going to do as we've done before. We're going to wait as long as possible to see if there's any possibility of us being able to hold the event. But if we aren't, we will always make the right decision in line with government guidelines. And if need be, we will cancel the event. But let's not forget we've got next year. So yes.
Oh dear. I mean, we did manage to reflect some of those events, didn't we? We did what we could. I mean, I'm thinking of the Armed Forces Day. We were able to communicate to the community and do the 2-minute silence. So we did do what we could.
Absolutely. Yes. And we've maintained being able to decorate the town. So we put the banners up to commemorate So yes, we've got Armed Forces Day, we had VE Day, we had fantastic celebrations and street parties planned for that, but we couldn't do it. But we still decorated the town with bunting and banners. We're doing the same. We did the same for VJ Day in August, and we're hoping to do the same for the Battle of Britain, which is next week coming up. So there will be banners and posters and things around. It just won't be a public gathering as we would have hoped. So yeah, you're absolutely right. We are still trying to mark the events, but in a very, very stripped down fashion.
Though, but it's still important. People recognise that effort. And the other thing you've managed to keep going is the markets, the Saturday market, with very careful management and great cooperation from our members of the town, people in the town, when they come to the markets too.
Absolutely, yes. The way the market is run, there's an actual route that people take round the market. There are hand sanitizer stations all around, and it's very well managed. We even pay for security to be there just to ensure people's safety. But yes, absolutely. Anything or any event that we try and put on, we have to, as a council, as you can imagine, as you know, should I say, we have to ensure that we follow government guidelines and we take public safety extremely seriously. The last thing we want to do is put anybody in any form of danger. So we always look at doing these things. The risk assessments are massive. We do them. We make sure that people are safe. And if as we've had to do in the past, if we have to cancel the event because we're not sure of safety, then we will take that very difficult decision, as I've said.
Yes, indeed. Just thinking about, I think one of the things that you notice about the town events is that they appear so straightforward and simple. When you arrive as a member of the public, it all looks very smooth and very well organised. And of course, the secret to that is in the huge amount of detailed planning that you and the team at the Town Council do. I mean, just give us an idea of what goes into planning the Mayor's show.
Oh, okay. So it takes about a year to organise any of the events. So the Mayor's show, the town picnic, town picnic is slightly on a smaller scale, so not quite as long as the Mayor's show and the Christmas lights event, which is a massive event in the town. We look at all the lighting, how to improve the Christmas lights. We have to look at work with contractors, organise any competitions that we have. And we do a Christmas lights competition here in the town for the children to do, and that takes 6 months to get that Christmas light made and delivered to the town so we can put it up. So you can imagine the amount of planning going into that. Now the Mayor's show, obviously we have all the fabulous attractions of the fun fair and the staged events involving the community and the children. So working with the schools, working with all of the attractions that we have around, and also coming up with new and inventive ideas of, we can't have the same old thing every year, so we want to bring a bit of variety into all of our shows. So trying to think of those ideas. I mean, the last one we had the medieval enactment people come, and obviously that went down well with some. We have the falconry displays, we have the fire brigade come along with supporters, we have all the cadets. There's a massive amount of involvement. In one group in particular support us greatly, and that is the Raunds Community First Responders. They've changed their name now to East Northants First Responders, but they provide an awful lot of support. I know you've done a podcast with them, haven't you, Sylvia?
Yeah.
And without them, they come along, they support us, they volunteer to help us out. We do support them, we give them a little bit of a donation, but ultimately they are there all day helping to make sure that the residents and the visitors are safe here in Raunds. But so we get an awful lot of support, but as you say, yes, it's about a year to plan every event. So yeah, a lot of work, but enjoyable.
Yes, I know. And it's great to see that particular committee involves the public. As you started by saying, it's great that anyone can join. So if anyone out there wants to join our events committee, then we'd be very pleased to see them.
Definitely, yes. As I said earlier, we only have so many ideas amongst us, and to have new people come in with new ideas, what we can put on, how we can perform it, there's only so much I can think about every now and then. And we do here in the office, the girls in the office are fantastic. We've got Emma, who works here, Joanne, Nicola, and our clerk, Kate. All of us work really, really closely on the events, and we bounce ideas back and forth. And the events committee, the meetings are great because it's very open and relaxed, and we can discuss and come up with inventive ideas. But, you know, as I say, we need new people. We need people with new ideas that think outside the box, that can bring that to our committee. So yes, please, if anybody wants to join, please get in touch with the council. We'd love to have you on board.
Yeah, that's good. That's jolly good. I mean, it's also the case that you're still in the planning mode for the Christmas lights, because you will plan that project right up to the deadline, and then you'll do your risk assessment, and we will then communicate with the town if what sort of format it will take, if indeed it does. So it's been, I think people in the town have missed the events. I think they are highlights of what goes on here in Raunds. I know when people come here from other towns, they remark on how much does happen in the town, and how active the community is.
As you said, yes, the Christmas lights, we are fully planning everything that we need to do to put on a Christmas lights event. If the event doesn't go ahead, we will still have the lights. The lights will go on no matter what. We will have this town lit up beautifully so that everybody knows we're still thinking of them and that we are marking Christmas. So let's pray that we can all get together, but if not, the lights will go on.
So thank you very much. So we look forward to hopefully seeing something happening in Christmas. But immediately we're doing the Battle of Britain, aren't we? We're doing raising the flag for the Battle of Britain. Jonathan will be there from the church, and some representatives from the RAF. So we look forward to that, and we'll put that online. And thank you very much for your time.
Thank you very much, Sylvia.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Here in Raunds, I think we have the best town events calendar in all the county. As Mayor, it is a privilege to represent the town at all the events, and a brilliant way of meeting as many of the residents as possible. It takes great teamwork to deliver such a successful programme, and we have a great team here in Raunds Town Council, and a dynamic events committee led by Cllr Helen Howell. In particular, the Raunds Mayor's show would have been the opportunity for me to raise money for my charity. But my charity this year is FSL, Family Support Link, a charity which supports the families of those with drug and alcohol addiction problems. And although there is no Mayor's show, FSL will be coming to the next Saturday market on the 19th of September. So please do come down to the market to meet the team and help raise money. So see you then, and thank you for listening.